Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something fascinating, exciting, and all around us: science. Many people think science is only about difficult formulas, laboratories, or big textbooks. But science is much more than that. Science explains why the sky is blue, how airplanes fly, why we dream, and even why onions make us cry. Today, I'll share some mind-blowing science facts that might completely change the way you look at the world. Let's begin. 1. Your brain is more powerful than you think. First, let's talk about the human brain. The brain is one of the most complex objects in the universe. It contains about 86 billion brain cells called neurons. Think about this: your brain uses enough electricity to power a small light bulb. Even more amazing, your brain processes information faster than many people realize. Have you ever wondered why you suddenly remember embarrassing moments at night? That's because your brain never really stops working. Scientists still don't fully understand the brain, which makes it one of science's biggest mysteries. And here's a fun fact: you can survive with part of your brain removed because different parts perform different functions. Amazing, right? 2. Space is extremely strange. Now let's travel to space. Did you know that in space there is no sound? Why? Because sound needs air to travel, and space has almost no air. Imagine fireworks exploding in complete silence. Another surprising fact: a day on some planets is longer than a year. For example, on the planet Venus, one day lasts longer than 1 year because it rotates very slowly. And here's something unbelievable: there are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. Just pause and imagine that for a moment. Scientists estimate there could be billions or even trillions of galaxies. Which raises an interesting question: are we alone in the universe? Science still doesn't know. 3. The human body is incredible. Now let's talk about your body. Did you know your body contains enough iron to make a nail? And your blood travels around thousands of kilometers through blood vessels every day. Here is another strange fact: your stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve metal. Luckily, your stomach creates a protective lining so it doesn't digest itself. Also, humans glow. Yes, you heard that correctly. Scientists discovered that the human body emits tiny amounts of light, but our eyes are too weak to see it. Another interesting fact: every few years, many of the cells in your body are replaced. In a way, you are constantly becoming a new version of yourself. 4. Animals have superpowers. Animals can do things humans can only dream about. For example, octopuses have 3 hearts. Can you imagine having 3 hearts? Another strange fact: a shrimp's punch is so powerful that it creates tiny shockwaves underwater. Some birds can see Earth's magnetic field and use it like a GPS system. Dogs can smell diseases in some cases. And here's a fun one: sloths are so slow that algae sometimes grow on their fur. Water is stranger than you think. Water seems ordinary. We drink it every day. But water behaves in unusual ways. Did you know ice floats? Most solid things sink in their liquid form. But ice floats because frozen water becomes less dense. If ice sank, life in lakes and oceans would be very different. Another amazing fact: scientists think there may be more water underground than in all rivers combined. And water exists in 3 forms: solid ice, liquid water, gas, steam. Science helps us understand these everyday wonders. 6. Dinosaurs once ruled Earth. Millions of years ago, dinosaurs ruled the Earth. Some dinosaurs were larger than buildings. But here is a surprising science fact: humans are actually closer in time to space travel than dinosaurs were to some other dinosaurs. That means dinosaur history is incredibly long. And did you know? Birds are actually related to dinosaurs. So technically, dinosaurs never completely disappeared. The birds outside your home are distant dinosaur relatives. 7. Technology inspired by nature. Many inventions come from observing nature. Scientists copied bird wings to improve airplanes. Velcro was inspired by tiny plant bursts sticking to clothes. Some robots are inspired by insects. This teaches us something important: nature itself is one of the greatest teachers. 8. The Earth is always moving. Many people think Earth stands still. But actually, Earth spins at incredible speed. At the equator, the Earth rotates at around 1,670 kilometers per hour. At the same time, Earth travels around the Sun. Yet we don't feel this movement. Why? Because everything around us moves together. Science explains things we experience but never notice. 9. Weird but true science facts now for some quick, fun facts. Bananas are naturally slightly radioactive. Honey never spoils if stored properly. Lightning is hotter than the sun's surface for a brief moment. A cloud can weigh millions of kilograms. Sharks existed before trees. Some turtles can breathe through unusual body parts. There are bacteria living almost everywhere on Earth. Science is full of surprises. 10. Why science matters now. You may ask, why should we care about science? Science gives us medicines, electricity, mobile phones, internet, transportation, vaccines. Science helps us solve problems. Without science, modern life would be very difficult. Science also teaches us an important lesson: to ask questions. Every great discovery started with curiosity. Questions like why, how, what if? Curiosity changes the world. 11. Young people can become scientists. Too many people think scientists are born geniuses. That is not true. Science belongs to anyone who asks questions. Even small observations matter. Maybe one student here will discover a new medicine. Maybe someone will invent clean energy. Maybe someone will explore space. Big discoveries often begin with small curiosity. Conclusion: before I finish, I want to leave you with one final thought. Science is not just a school subject. Science is everywhere. It is in the stars above us, in the air we breathe, in the phones we use, in our bodies, and in the questions we ask every day. The more we learn science, the more we realize how amazing the universe really is. So stay curious. Ask questions. Explore ideas. Because today's curiosity may become tomorrow's invention. Thank you everyone for listening.